The 1400 category on the Rallynuts stages would take an early shake-up. Rally leaders Chris Powell and Jim Lewis sadly only making it as far as stage 4 before having to call it a day. So this drama would leave Dave and Toby Brick to take the lead in the event going into the afternoon, and it would be a big one as well, over 2.5 minutes by the end of stage 4. So although not looking likely to challenge for victory as you might expect, the best of the rest at this stage were Kieran Darrington and Simon Jones. They hadn't been out much in recent years, but the pace still seemed to be good enough for the top of the results. For Perry Gardner and Steve Link, it would be third. They were just 18 seconds back from Darrington. It may be possible to change that in the afternoon, but for now, it was looking like a tough fight. Just outside our podium positions would be Stuart Spire and Peter Williams. In fact, lying on exactly the same overall time as Gardner at this stage, so it was all to play for in the afternoon. Just behind them were Richard Cole and Matthew Nicholas, 5th place in the category and 16 seconds back from Spire on the overall times. For Chris Bush and Robert Smith, it will be 6th. They were a little further back on the times, 30 seconds of a gap separating them from Cole. Pete Gorst and Phil King almost didn't make the start of the rally, something breaking on the car on the way to scrutineering. Thankfully, a willing Dave Brick came to the rescue with a spare part to loan, and the pair were able to end the morning with 7th place on the leaderboard. Sadly, that will be short-lived, a separate mechanical issue forcing them to retire after 4 stages. The seemingly cursed stage 4, no problem for Alex Holliday and Jane Wright. It will be 8th place, rounding out the 1400 category at the midpoint in the rally. Frustratingly, as far as the fight and the spectacle was concerned, we'd lose Tommy Meadows and Shannon Turnbull. They suffer with a fire through the opening stage of the rally. In Rally First, it will be the lead in the category for Andrew Wheatley and Ian Nichols. The battle at the top was close, and there will be no backing off for the Puma pair through the afternoon stages. That battle would be with this man, Bart Lang, Sinclair Young alongside. Last year's BTRDA Rally First champions back to defend the title and putting in some good times in order to do so through the morning stages of round 2. The gap to third would be a little bigger. Mark Cox and Paul Gallagher not quite able to keep up with that fight up ahead, taking the final step on the podium, but almost 2 minutes back from the leading pair. They would, however, only have 30 seconds of an advantage over 4th place Owen McConaughey and Rodri Williams, the micro pair putting in some good times themselves through the morning stages. For Guy Butler and Calvin Holdsworth, it will be the lead in the Rally First 2-litre category. New for this season, the increased capacity cars seemed to be proving popular, with 3 out this weekend, 2 of them from Rally Me. And it will be Matt Badley and Paul Barbett in that second car. They were having a close battle with Butler, only 14 seconds back, but a few issues with the power steering and the gears were holding back the times. Rounding out the Rally First category would be Wesley Guilford and Ryan Griffiths, 3rd of the Rally First 2-litre class runners this weekend as well in that Fiesta. So we're midway through the event and already the results changing as the morning goes on. That close battle for Rally First could go either way through the afternoon stages. And onto those stages, there will be no change for Wesley Guilford and Ryan Griffiths. They take that 3rd place in the Rally First 2-litre class in the Fiesta. Sadly for Guy Butler and Calvin Holdsworth at least, there will be a drop down the leaderboard, taking 2nd in the class at the finish, just 15 seconds off class victory. Which of course means that it's the class win for Matt Badley and Paul Barbett. Problems didn't hold them back too much, and it kept the mechanics busy at least, meaning it's a team effort taking the class win as well as 5th overall. Over the afternoon stages, there wouldn't be any change in the top of the Rally First results. Owen McConaughey and Rodri Williams maintaining that 4th place to the end of the event. And there'd be no change to that final step on the podium either. Mark Cox and Paul Gallagher taking 3rd in the category by the finish. For Bart Lang and Sinclair Young, there would be nothing they could do to get that top spot this time out, settling for 2nd place with a gap of just 14 seconds to the category winners. And of course, those winners would be Andrew Wheatley and Ian Nichols, the Puma crew holding on to that lead and extending it slightly to take maximum points away from round 2. In the 1400 category, there would be no change for Alex Holliday and Jane Wright, rounding out the results in 7th place overall. No change either for Chris Bush and Robert Smith. They take 6th at the end of the event with a good advantage over Holliday. Sadly for Perry Gardner and Steve Link, it would be a further drop down the results, ending the rally with 5th place after losing their podium place on the afternoon stages. This, of course, meaning a place gained overall for Richard Cole and Matthew Nicholas, 4th place to end the rally for the pair. And benefiting from those problems up ahead as well will be Stuart Spire and Peter Williams. They step up to take the final step on the podium, though with those identical times after the morning stages, it could have been a podium place anyway. And there'd be no change for Kieran Darrington and Simon Jones either. They remain in 2nd place. That victory certainly wasn't looking likely on stage times, but they do maintain a good advantage in that 2nd place. And of course, that means it's victory for Dave and Toby Brick, out this time in a new car, but that didn't seem to faze them one bit, taking the victory as well as helping fellow competitors with a 3.5-minute lead by the finish. So confirmation then of the overall results in the 1400 and Rally First categories this weekend. Next up, the crews head to Mid-Wales for the Plains Rally on the 12th of May. As always, we'll be there to bring you all of the action. And in the meantime, you can catch up with all of the action so far from the Rallynuts stages on our social media. Thank you for watching Special Stage.